a series called Rooted, and it's all about being rooted in love as Paul prays for the church in Ephesians chapter 3. We desire to be rooted in love and allow those roots to go deep so that we're able to withstand the storms of life and also to reach out to those around us with that same love that we are rooted in. And so we started with the series on January 10th with a reveal, really, of our identity as beloved children of God. And we, just like Jesus heard those words from his Father at his baptism, we receive those words at our baptism. That is our baptismal identity. We're beloved children of God. And that is where these roots sink deep into, is that a baptismal identity, that love that God loves us with. And because God loves us with that type of love, because we are God's beloved children, we respond with love. And there's 4 roots that at Sandy Hook and us as collectively and individually that we want to grow deep in. And the first was to be rooted in the love of God, to love God back, love God with the same love that he shows us. And so we talked about how in order to love God, we really need to follow in the footsteps of Jesus, who demonstrated to us how to love God. And so by following Jesus with our everything, we love God with our everything. And then last week, we talked about our second root, which is to love one another, love our neighbor, love our enemy. It's to love the people around us. And we've discovered that the reason that we're able to love those around us, our neighbor, our enemy, the one another's in church, the stranger, is because we're a lot alike. The people around us, we're created in the image of God. All of us are. And we're all broken on a journey of healing. And so we're kind of in the same boat. We're in this together. And so we're able to love others because God loves everyone. There is no one that you could look into the eyes of that God does not love. God loves everybody. So we love everyone too. They're our brothers and sisters. And this coming Sunday, we're going to talk about our third root, which is to love ourselves. And that's a strange one. Love our neighbor as we love ourselves. So what does it mean to love ourselves? And if you've been in church any time, self-love is a very dangerous thing. We don't want to love ourselves, and because it's very easy to turn into selfishness, right? But what we're talking about here is to love ourselves is in such a way that it turns into selflessness. We love ourselves because God loves us. And so we're going to get into that on Sunday. What does it mean to love ourselves? For many of us, this is really hard because we don't love ourselves. We look at ourselves, we look in a mirror, and we're like, I don't like the person I am. I don't like the things that I've done. I'm disappointed in myself. Others are disappointed in me. And so the idea of loving ourselves brings up all sorts of feelings of despair. And we'd rather just not do it, just rather not get into all of those things, rather just kind of gloss over them. So we're going to get into some deep stuff on Sunday. We're going to go deep together because ultimately God loves us and he desires to heal those areas in our life that are broken, those areas in our life that are wounded. And so he loves you so much that he desires to heal those things that we want to pretend don't exist. So anyway, I'm super excited about sharing this message with you. To you on Sunday, because God is for us. He's not against us. He's for you and not against you. So he desires to heal you of your wounds and your brokenness. So we'll get into that on Sunday. It'll be January 31st, the last Sunday of January 2021, and we're getting closer to Lent. As I shared with you last weekend, for Lent, we are going to do a sermon series called Jonah for Lent. And I know it seems strange, but I always like to do something a little bit different during the season of Lent because it's a special season. It's that 40 days in the wilderness. And so some years we'll talk about, like we'll do things like the 7 sayings of Jesus from the cross, or we'll take a look at the cross from different angles, different vantage points. We'll do the 7 churches of Revelation maybe one year. But this year, really feel led to go into Jonah and compare the intersection lectionary passages talking about Jesus with the story of Jonah. And I believe that there's going to be some things that come up that are going to blow our minds and really change our lives for the better. So I'm excited about Lent, our journey, our first journey together, the days with Sandy Hook. And I believe God's going to do some great stuff during Lent. All right. I babbled long enough. That's the preview for Sunday. And I hope to see you either online or in person on Sunday. God bless you. Take care.